Cookies. Oh, never mind. I already have it up. Fuck it. Never mind.
What were you gonna do?
Say my name.
Nick fucking reminded me about you fucking like the up late. So I don't know if you're gonna be down for this since it's fucking 11.
Nah, I'm good. I'm wide awake.
Right away, you're not gonna disappear on us or something?
Nah.
So here's the thing about this lemon. Most lemons contain like the majority of it is sex.
Yeah.
I would say about, if I were to go hardcore on this, only barely 3 paragraphs is the sex. Barely.
Damn.
What? Barely 30.
Yes, that's for the sex. The foreplay lasts. Let's see. 1, 2. About, I would say 4 to 5 paragraphs of foreplay, but then there's like 10 paragraphs of story. So I wouldn't really call this a lemon. I would rather call it, you know, just a mature story.
Wait, shit, you already read all of it?
It's only like a page. Maybe 2. If I remember
Nick,
correctly.
It's really not a lot. If I could transfer this over into like that dyslexic font, I'm pretty sure you'd be able to read this in maybe 10 minutes.
Wow.
It's not long. It's. I feel like an English teacher right now. Because her goal was to make a lemon, simple as that. Which just means, you know, go get horny and just start writing your ideas down. Really, that's essentially what that means.
Oh.
This is a majority of build-up to a ton of foreplay to hardly any actual action. And I thought, like, I don't know, like when he, like right here, this is like an excerpt from here. Oh yeah, my favorite standalone line. You taste good. Well, more like, you taste good, something like that, because it has that little squiggly at the end.
Oh dear God.
My favorite thing is, my favorite part is, I opened them and he was positioned in front of my clit. Now,
Position.
now here's the thing. That's when the sex starts.
I don't think that's how that
That's when the
works.
sex starts. It's not. It's the opening's a little lower than the clit.
I ain't no expert, but
I've seen enough porn in my days.
yeah.
I've seen enough porn in my day.
Now I'm just like questioning who this girl, you know, as a person. Like, is she hella innocent? Like, has she actually seen stuff? Has she done
Honestly,
because this comes
I
off to me as someone who is.
yeah, she like, I did not think
Could
she
you
was
tap it
very.
out from time to time, homie?
No, no.
This is this comes off like as a quote unquote lemon that was written by a person who has never had any sort of experience nor, you know, visual experience.
Oh my god, Jay, the sexual writing teacher. Jesus Christ.
Shit, I wouldn't doubt it.
Like, I'm reading this and it kind of leaves me unsatisfied.
You wanted to be satisfied?
Oh my god!
You wanted to be satisfied?
Oh my lord! The way he said that, he really is an English teacher. Oh god!
But seriously, guys, like, it's like joking aside, like the story build-up's good, but once again, if you're gonna write a lemon story, it needs to be majorly about the sex. There's like over 10 paragraphs of build-up and about like, oh, I broke company property, what am I gonna do? And then it's like, well, let's bang, and she's like, okay, and then, you know, bridal style carries her throughout the house. He fucking fingers her. I don't even know if they kissed or anything. So it's like, okay, well, that's kind of jumping the gun there for two people who have never done anything. This girl isn't like, get me. She's like, okay. Like, it's like, just maybe that's where the pain's from, because she's dry as a piece of fucking lumber.
Oh God.
Which, it's leaving me as dry as a piece of lumber, because I'm just like,
Oh God.
it definitely leaves the need of wanting more, I would say. Like, I kind of wish she had put more effort into this, because I feel that this was written on one night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a quick write. I'd much rather her see I'd rather see all of her on the table than this. Because
I don't know how I feel about this.
That lemon story with the 12-inch thing was a bit better than this. At least it got the
12-inch wide.
No. It was like
12
5
inch
inches
long and like 5 inches wide.
Yeah. But like I said, I'd like to see something where she put all of her effort into. Because I can tell, like, this is her.
Wow, you really are a
this is
fucking.
funny.
You really are an English teacher, Shay, because you want to see more. You want to see your student progress.
Story. Like, there's potential in the story, and she even leaves it off with like a. But I don't regret that night, or the many others we've shared. It's like, ooh, mysterious, kind of. You know, like. It's like when you're eating wings and that last bit of sauce, it's like that. It's the English class, dude. I'd be like the coolest teacher there, just like, you know, it's kind of like, I like how you ended it. It's kind of like that, when you got those hot Cheeto dust on your fingers, it's kind of like the best part.
At my school, we got two English teachers that are like really good friends, but they're complete polar fucking opposites. Like, one of these teachers is about as monotone as fucking Cap. He's like so quiet and monotone that he has to have a microphone so anyone can hear him.
Hey guys, today we're here to go over.
He literally talks like that.
Great work of Great Gatsby. It's a very nice book.
I don't think I was in his class when I read that one, but I think it was the other guy's class. But the other guy's like...
Huckleberry Finn. Nobody except me can say nigger, okay?
Nobody except me can say nigger.
Oh, I had a teacher like that, though.
If you're not gonna let the students say it, which is part of the joy, like, ooh, the paragraph's coming up, who's gonna read it, who's gonna read it, ooh. It's like no one's saying it. Aww. Like, even the black kids are just like, ooh. Like, I hope it's me. Because, like, it's not, it's not often where you can say a racial slur like that. Like, if Nick and me were to stand up and he was to call me a cracker and I were to call him a nigger, well, that's not a fair point. If him and our friend David stood up and he called David a wetback and he called him a nigger, it'd be like, the class is the Titans, they're so suppressed. And the teacher would be like, ah! She wouldn't know what to do because she can't side with either of them. Now, if it was me and Nick, then it'd be like, oh, Shay's the wrong one, he's white. And then we'll be like, what the fuck? I already know.
Racist? Well, I'm already calling Shay a nigger. I'm like, Shay, you fucking long-haired nigger. Don't you talk to me like that.
I just love how, you know, in the start of this...
My hair, you fucking low-kick afro ass.
I just love how... No. Can I just mention...
Just look at you. Shut up with your ingrown hairs.
I just want to say...
Just walks out the class. I will excuse myself.
I just want to say, at the start of what she fucking wrote, she said, I'm sorry if this gets you demonetized, and I'm like, well, I think we already got that covered on our own over here. Straight up just dropping the hard R, no fucks to give.
Oh, what are you broadcasting?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who cares? We've done it before.
Don't worry, I'm black. I can say it.
Don't worry, I'm black.
Morgan Freeman.
I wanna.
I can smell you, nigga.
Okay, so they do kiss.
Oh, they do kiss?
Once.
Nice. Yeah, dude, I'm definitely gonna fucking rub out a huge load to that later, I guess.
The fattest of
Like I
rumors.
said, dude, this kind of leaves me dry. Like
Well, it can't be any worse than that one fanfiction that me and Nick wrote.
Oh, yeah!
The supernatural fanfiction that
and it wasn't even
literally,
sex, they blueballed us! It was only foreplay!
Yeah, it was literally like...
Wait, I wanna see if I can find
it was like 3,000 words of nothing but foreplay, and like maybe one sentence of like any hint to them like banging.
No, they didn't even go that far.
It was two guys too.
They didn't even go
and
that
it was
fucking...
like two guys.
Yeah, it was Dean and Sam.
Hold on.
No, it was Sam and...
Hold on.
Dean?
Hold on.
It was Dean and some angel.
And Castiel.
Hey, shut the fuck up, both of you.
What?
What man in the fucking world is into just foreplay? Just go jerk off. Men, like, foreplay is like, it's like an appetizer. We eat it, but now we want the main course. If the first time I was going to lose my virginity, this bitch pulled out 2 hours of foreplay, I think I'd swing. I would be in the courtroom, and the judge would be like, "Why'd you swing?" And I'd look at that judge, and I'd be like, "Cause she promised 6, but she pulled out 2 hours of foreplay." And if that was a guy judge or a girl judge, even, they'd both be like, "The fuck."
This white boy is innocent.
Dude, one more out here innocent.
Okay, that went about as bad as I could possibly imagine. That, I don't think that could have gone any worse.
Yo, who the fuck is muffled? Is that Nick?
That's Nick.
Nick, pull the mic out of your fucking pants.
It's in yours.
Wait a minute.
Nick, it was literally like, "Hey guys, how are y'all today?" It's like,
Oh, sorry, guys, it was underneath my chin.
Oh my. Jesus,
I was just sitting here, I wanted to get into the voice that I was doing, so like I had to do a double chin to do it. That white boy right there again, it's in that thing. Damn it, I can't do it.
oh, okay. Okay,
Yo,
so
Stoner.
oh, okay. She was raped.
Oh.
What?
Oh, and things just got interesting.
That's the kinky part. Was that she was like, "Please help me keep my job," and he was like, That's rape. That like I don't think they have a verbal agreement of him going like, "Only if you let me bang you," and her going like, "Okay." I think it's literally just like, anything. And
Bend over.
Well, no, it was more like, I think he grabs her boob and she like opens to protest, and then he just jams his mouth against hers, and she just goes along with it.
She's
Like,
Fucking, I'm horny anyway.
and the first paragraph, which is just like, "I've never done anything like this. To clarify, I've never accepted an invitation to come to my employer's home. My boss had invited me over to his house to talk about disciplinary matters."
Yes.
Yes. That sounds suspect right then and there. Bitch, don't you know we're on quarantine?
Social
I was nervous
distancing,
as I
bitch.
walked up to the front steps. His house was like something out of Hollywood Boulevard. Well kept, clean, pristine, and huge. Or at least bigger than my own home. Though I'd usually gape in awe, at this moment I shuddered out of sheer foreboding.
I don't think that's how you use that word. That doesn't sound right.
it would be more like sheer nervousness. Foreboding is not to be used like I don't know if forebodement is a word. Let me see. She could have used apprehension.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
He's just giving me flashbacks of fucking English, thank you, Jay. Mr. Vasquez, have you turned in your paper? No. Mr. Vasquez, did you even do the essay? Yes. Mind if I can see you, please? Go ahead. Mr. Vasquez, in the first line of the paragraph, the first 3 lines is just a run-on sentence. Yeah. Mr. Vasquez, you call this a hook? You couldn't even hook a goddamn hooker with a 20 with this shit, Mr. Vasquez.
Black female judge. Mr. Vasquez, do you attest to being here at 9:30 last night? Yes, ma'am. Well, Mr. Vasquez.
Yes, ma'am.
According to security feed, you had left the establishment around 8:45. Is that correct, Mr. Vasquez? Yes, ma'am. Mr. Vasquez, it's just like, bitch, just call me fucking Vasquez. Like, you could say, Mr. Vasquez, what do you want?
Your soul.
But, here we go. I made it to the front door and knocked 3 times. Count them. 3. I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Mr. Faradine. No answer. I waited and knocked a few more times. Bitch, open up!
Motherfucker!
I waited a few moments, then started to walk away when the door opened behind me. I twirled around and smiled at my employer. Oh, hello, Mr. Faradine. Bitch, the fuck, it's 8:30 now. Hello, Mr.
Don't sound right, man. That doesn't sound right.
Like, I don't know how she goes from like foreboding, like nervous, choked up. The moment she hears the doors open up and she's already walking away, she turns around and smiles like, Mr. Faradine. Her name. Hello, Miss Sahara. She is dry as the desert, I guarantee you.
Oh. Swerve on, little bitch.
That's a new one, I'm gonna admit. I haven't heard Sahara's name.
I've heard Sahara as a first name, but no one
I've heard Sahara as a
Mr.
desert.
Shea. Like, if they call you Mr. Shea, that's like a Spanish. Like, I've only met Mexicans who second language was English call me Mr. Shea. And I think that's because that's how they do it in the Spanish language. They don't necessarily say your last name, like when they're friendly, on friendly terms. But I've never heard the last name Sahara. What Ashley Sahara, Savannah Sahara, Caitlin Sahara. Nothing goes along with that. That sounds more like a family curse. Like, you shall be banished from this name realm. What should we be known as? Sahara.
Sahara screaming.
Hello, Miss Sarah. Sahara. Weren't planning on making a getaway now, were you? Mr. Faradine asked, raising an eyebrow at me. The edges of his mouth curled up slightly. Oh, no, sir. I just thought you weren't home, I replied. Fair enough. You decided just for me to come inside. I don't mind if you do.
Oh Lord.
I walked into his house, and it was just as pristine inside as it was outside. I couldn't stand to admire it though, as I was being led to the living room. That's where you fuck, alright? Like,
Go fuck on the
if it was
desk.
like a kitchen table, then that's like a bit more serious than, hey, come lounge on my couch while we sip coffee.
While we sip coffee, and eventually, you know.
Mr. Faradine had sit me down across
fuck?
from a wooden coffee table in between us. He went to a cabinet and pulled out a glass bottle and a few clear glasses. He sat across from me and poured out a glass, sliding it to me. Here. He didn't proceed to pour himself a glass. I picked up the cup and a sweet smell wafted up my nose. What type of drink is this, I asked? It's rum and cherry coke mix.
Rum and cherry coke.
He has this already pre-made in a cabinet. That shit is probably decarbonated as fuck. And second off, who the fuck puts rum in cherry coke? I would rather have rum in something like a lot more fruity. Like,
well, you know, it shows she hasn't drank before.
Like, a lot of people do like rum and coke type shit.
Like, I know rum and coke, but I have never, like, usually it's just straight, it's just like coke. I like coke. I've never heard rum and cherry coke. Or, next thing you know, they're gonna pull out, this is Diet Dr. Pepper Cherry. With watered down rum, and it's like, nigga, why?
That's the next one.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Diet Cherry Dr. Pepper. It's like one of the best Diet Cherry drinks you can get. But if you handed me that and some rum, I'd be like, excuse me? Hell, if you even handed me coke with cherry and rum, I'd also be like, why? But, oh well. He replied, taking a sip of his tonic. Why that word? If you're gonna go with tonic, might as well say concoction. I switched the drink around a bit, then took a sip. It stung a little as it went down my throat, but it was something satisfying. Thank you. No problem. No problem, cuz.
No problem, cuz. Oh!
He placed his drink down, repositioned himself to look directly into my eyes. Now then, care to tell me the events that took place last week between you and Miss Mountain?
Miss Mountain.
Hold on. Okay. This has me fucked. What is Faraday? Is this
I mean, I've heard of Fair and Dale, but not Dine.
I don't. So we have Sahara Desert, a mountain, and Faradine, which, when I looked up on Google, brought up some asthma condition. And it was like, did you mean Faradine? And I'm like, no, Google. I know what I spelled. Okay. Where was it? There we go. Wait. This isn't even mountain. This is montane. What are these names?
Yeah, dude, you never heard of Montaigne?
Montaigne sounds like a black bitch from fucking Georgia.
I would instantly walk away.
Hey girl, what's your name? Montaigne.
Bye bye.
It's like, listen girl, it may have taken me a few years to finally get down what my last name was, but no one's gonna ever pronounce your name correctly and walk away. Like, actually, it's Montaigne.
Oh,
Excuse
no.
me.
Bye.
Actually, baby, it's pronounced Montaigne, okay, baby? It's like, no.
No, it's not.
Where's the E? I took another sip of my drink and placed it on the coffee table. Well, oh god, this is embarrassing. She had been tormenting me for the past few weeks, and do I know it's wrong? I only thought it was right to have a bit of vengeance for myself. How exactly was she tormenting you, Mr. Faradine? Tilted his head to the right. That doesn't roll off the tongue well at all.
Johnny Depp.
I thought I said something. I thought I said it wrong, and then I reread it. I was like, no, that's exactly what it was. She would place sticky notes all over my cubicle, take my work and destroy it by accident. He would also place packages with various paraphernalia that is inappropriate for the workplace, I stated in monotone. What did you do as you quote-unquote vengeance? Okay, it's meant to be as your quote-unquote, but I can let that slide. I went to enter her cubicle and destroyed all of her things.
Oh.
I wrote my arm and stared into the contents of my glass. Girl, this lady put sticky notes, destroys your work. First off, you can go to your superior, and if you tell them, hey, this girl has on several occasions destroyed my work. First off, they're gonna stand up and be like, excuse you? Because if your work's late, that makes a whole lot of problems. Second off, if you have a box of paraphernalia in your workspace that's not meant to be there, and you know you didn't put it there, there's security cameras everywhere. You can literally tell your boss, hey, someone put this shit here, it's not mine, check the security feed. They go check it, bam, bust it. She'd probably be fired on the spot.
Oh yeah, no, more than likely, like 100%.
Like unless he's like sucking the hires up dick, but even then they would also be like, listen, you can't be doing this, even though you give some good head.
Listen.
Okay. I see, but you understand that the things in her cubicle were not her property, but that of the company's. He stood up, but I didn't bother to look up and meet his gaze. Why would he stand up like, you stupid whore? like I would have expected like a lean back. You do understand that was the company, but no, stood up like, how dare you? Yes, Mr. Paradigm, and I'm willing to accept any punishment that's given to me, even if you lose your job. I'd rather not lose my job, but if it comes to that, then I will. I felt tears brimming on the edges of my eyes, threatening to overflow. Well, as high up the corporate ladder as I am, I can have it arranged that you be given a lesser punishment. Are you willing to give me something in return for it? I felt his hands on my shoulders and I felt a shiver run down my spine. Yes, I'll give you whatever you want. Just please, help me keep my job. This is like a classic, like, old school porno.
Yeah.
Like, that one scene gives me, like, old school, like, damn near, like, ancient vibes. Breathing seemed to get a little harder for me. I tried to settle down. Well then, he released my shoulders and walked in front of me, lifting my chin up to meet his gaze. Let me ask you this. How much does your job mean to you? This is rape. This is very, like, this isn't consent. This is holding it against you. You want your job, you fuck me. like, seriously, this is rape. Took me a few moments to answer, but after I plucked up my courage, I answered. It means everything to me. He chuckled and removed his hand from my chin, moving the hair from my face behind my ear. Then you can pay me. He suddenly pinned me to the couch and was hovering over me with your body. Okay, that was an escalation. It went from, well then you can pay me with your body. Like, this is like, you have two choices, lose your job, or I'm fucking you.
Lose your job.
I'm
gonna tap the shit out of that.
Exactly. I'm already halfway through, by the way. We still haven't gone into much of anything, but it starts right here. I was going to say something, but as soon as I opened my mouth, his lips had pressed against mine roughly, yet passionately. I tried to push him off me, but he quickly pinned my hands down to the edge of the couch, slithering his tongue in and pulling my tongue into his... How do you pull... Okay. He has a god. He has a god tongue. If he's able to slither his tongue around your own, it'd be like, get over here. That's Oh, I didn't even realize that's a Shokugeki no Soma reference.
What in the actual...
Nigga, what?
Wow. Dude,
Excuse me?
weeb level, like, that nigga literally just did the anime bullshit of, like, just putting up his glasses in the glare, you know, it's like, it's his camera, so he can't see his eyes.
It's a lot less
weeb level
impressive.
far
It's a lot
surpasses
less
mine.
impressive if I call it what it is.
Like,
It's a lot.
It far surpasses mine.
It's Food Wars.
Oh.
yeah, it is a lot less impressive.
Yeah, like Shokugeki no Soma just kind of like, I don't know, I read the manga first, and that's what I always saw it as. So when I saw it on Crunchyroll, I was like, oh, Food Wars. That's a lot less impressive. So I kept Shokugeki no Soma, just like Sora no Toshimono. It just sounds better than like Heaven's Lost Property.
Ew.
Oh, that I remember Heaven's Lost Property. Oh my god. Oh man.
You know, I actually don't remember.
But yes, it's
You
very
introduced
perverted.
me to it.
It's what Nick was introduced. I think I got Flo to introduce Nick to it because Flo was really into it for some reason. I don't understand why. I think it was just like push down sexual urges escaping. Because you cannot tell me you watched that for the story. There's no fucking way. That's like watching Two Love Brew for the story. There ain't no story. It's titties and ass.
It is though.
Okay, to continue on. Sucking on it, I felt my senses slowly leaving me, and my tense body slowly relaxed, though I tried so hard to keep fighting. That's rape.
Rape.
As you say this, I'm literally seeing someone getting raped. This poor man.
Okay, I was like, Okay. He pulled away from me and released my wrist, unbuttoning my blouse, then kissed my neck and slowly kissed downward until he reached my breast. He unclipped my bra and tossed it aside, then proceeded to suck on one of my breasts and groped the other. I pressed my nose as best I could, but the small one escaped my lips and he said, "Stop." He's like, "No mourning in this house," and punches her in the jaw.
Oh
My
god.
eyes looking down at me. Come on, no need to be like that. He cupped my cheek. I want you to enjoy this. No need to restrain yourself. He went back down to my chest, kissing me down my breast, and proceeded to what he was doing. Only the opposite this time. Only the opposite this time. So I guess she means he swapped breasts, like he went to the other one, he sucked in the other one, fondling the other one, I guess. I honestly can't tell. I couldn't hold in my moans any longer. And just let them out bit by bit. She has some really sensitive tits. After a few minutes. Damn, really? You were sucking her breast for minutes? Some actual shit right here, man.
Oh, just a few.
How much is a few?
2.
That's a couple. Few is 3 to 5, I think. 5 minutes is just sucking on the same titty. After a few minutes, he pulled away from me completely, standing and picking me up, carrying me off wherever we going. I asked, getting a chuckle out of him, somewhere more fun. I was carried through his house and we entered a bedroom. Oh god. That's an actual moment here. It just says, "Oh god." That's that's not me. That's literally a part in this story. It's just in the italics. Oh god. It's like a author's note, I guess. I was set gently on the bed. Then he took his shirt off and straddled me. He ran his hands along my waist and traced his fingers down to my pencil skirt. Unzipped it, pulled it off. Why would you wear a skirt to your bosses? Okay. Unzipped it, pulled it off, threw it aside. Then proceeded to do the same with my underwear. Oh, so he unzipped it, huh? You have some zippable underwear, baby. You know it. It's just a zipper going down the middle, all the way from the front to the back, so it just comes off in 2 pieces. He's in position to stand.
You can only unzip it, you can't zip it back up.
There was an instant pain, but it faded as quickly as it came. He then proceeded to stick more fingers inside of me, pain appearing and disappearing for an instant each time. It's because you didn't. She is dry. She isn't turned on. You didn't do oral. You're just into a dusty cavern who God knows when has last been traversed. Until 4 of his fingers were inside of me. He then lightly wiggled his fingers around inside me. I couldn't contain myself. I moaned and groaned, and I no longer cared about the circumstances in which I was in this situation. Do you not understand the consequences of this situation? I felt the wave of pleasure cascade over me. Cascade. Damn. Got me horny, bro. Cascade. Bam. That's a banger word. You see cascade in the fanfic, you know it's about to get litty titty, bro.
Isn't Nick even here? Same sentence. What's that?
Okay. I was about to say, like, have I been reading this and Nick was just like, man, fuck it.
Fuck all this.
Alright, I pleasure cascade over me the faster he trusted his fingers inside of me. Thrusted, alright girl. Proofread your paragraphs. I felt myself come. He pulled out his hand. His fingers were speckled with my white liquid. He noticed my gaze and smirked, licking his fingers. You taste good. Like, although that's kind of like in the moment type of thought, and any other sequence of lovemaking, if you said that and you weren't in a heated moment of passion, you're immediately a creep. My face turned bright red. More than
Ron Jeremy?
He then took off his pants and threw them aside, doing the same as his boxers, revealing his erect. Damn, you got hard real quick, buddy.
Yeah, real quick.
You didn't even do anything to him, but he's just no. like they kissed. That's all he really did. I guess fingering is his. I guess raping.
Must be, goddamn.
Yeah, dude, it's nothing like going balls deep and doing things you're not supposed to.
So dry that it chafes and gives your dick ashy skin layers.
Jesus.
Nick has shoved his dick in some pussy so dry before his dick came out pristine and white.
He'll wipe the black off of it.
Than he did.
That's
That's a good one. I don't care what you say, that was funny right there.
That was a good one right there. A dick had a better credit score than he did.
He then grabbed my hand and pulled me upright, my head level to his pelvis. I'd say it's your turn now. I look up at him, back at me expectantly. I took a deep breath and put the tip in my mouth and sucked lightly, slowly adding more and more of him into my mouth. I don't know how oral works, but I don't think you have to like hold your breath until like you got like a good bit inside.
Yeah, you don't have to hold your breath until it's in your throat.
Yeah, like until it's actually blocking your like fucking breathing cavity,
Yeah,
but I guess
dude,
she's going scuba diving on this dick.
She's going scuba diving on this. I like that. Bro, she's free tank scuba diving on that shit, bro.
Bro, she's fishing for clams right now.
Bro, she boogieing for clams down there. God damn.
Alright. He let out a few moans and groans and pleasure. So he let out pleasure, okay. His hand running through my hair as I sucked harder on her. She's a virgin. I don't care what you say. I'm tired of this. This is the most, like, I refuse to believe she has seen anything sexual apart from fanfictions.
Yeah, I don't think she is either.
Wait, she wrote this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought I was just reading random ass fanfiction.
No.
No. This was hers. This was the one she was putting in for us to enjoy on our free time.
Oh, this is
But I'm
amazing.
not enjoying this.
Aww.
I would look at her and be like, are you a virgin? That's kind of private, don't you think, bitch? I'm 20 years old, haven't even kissed a girl. Shut the fuck up and tell me.
Jesus.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking for like, hey, wanna lose that V card? No, I'm asking because I'm upset. Because the sheer level of like uncomfortability I'm feeling picturing this. This is so like stagnant. It's if I were to if let's say the wife was wanting to have her husband have be cucked, and this is what she was brought, she would tell the guy to get the fuck out. Like this isn't attractive. Like, ooh, it's like, it's like country gravy. It's good for like, it's good until you realize there's no sausage in it.
Oh my god, that is so fucking true. That is.
If y'all have,
so...
I don't even know if there's country gravy up north. I really don't.
There is.
Have y'all? There is?
Yeah.
Is it just the flour and powder gravy, or do y'all get the good?
No, we get sausage in it.
Oh, thank God.
My dad made his own with
say,
like actual
like,
fucking.
I've been down south most of my life, and I have a few northerner friends, but country gravy is not a popular topic, so. I don't have my Canadian friends going, hey, say, you ever tried country gravy? Shit fire.
Shit fire.
We're still
I
American.
text them back, you high?
We text back, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, dude, are you fucking kidding me? One of them's like 420 blazes all the fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous. They texted me, last time they texted me, Sims is addictive. That's what, they started texting me after like a week of going MIA. That's what I get. The Sims is addictive.
Wow.
I was like, okay. Oh, wait, I then felt an unfamiliar taste in my mouth. I pulled away and whipped the corner of my mouth with my finger to see a white substance came into my mouth.
A white substance.
A white substance. I don't know what this white, milky, almost sticky substance could be.
Almost sticky?
It's kind of salty.
This motherfucker came after a minute, bro. Fuck.
Damn.
Like,
And then Nick's standards, that's fucking
hey
weak
man,
as shit.
hey man,
That
I'm
actually
just
is.
saying. Nah, Nick, can you
Man,
agree
I
with
thought
me?
I was screwed.
After a long dry spell, the very first one always comes out quick, and then we go back to normal. Like after a long dry spell. I'm talking like 30 days.
I've been there for like 2 months, man, and that hasn't happened to me.
It happens to me, man, 'cause mine. And then the next one, 2 hours, and I'm like, God damn it.
Well, then again, like me, like I'm thinking of like head. Like if I'm getting head, like if it's not top tier head, like I'm not really gonna
Head's a bit,
come.
like no, like head's a bit different. I'm talking about like, I'm speaking out of like jerking off rules, because you know, let's be honest here, we beat our dick pretty good.
Yeah, we do, man. Man, I beat my dick like I owe me money, man. Fucking Shavy beat his dick like Shavy beat his dick like a redheaded stepchild, my nigga.
I be beating my dick like Chris Brown beat Rihanna.
Oh god. Oh shit.
Wait, he beat her twice?
No, I'm just saying it's so hard to beat mine. He went in for the second round like, you stupid bitch, come on the cops.
But you know what? I know Cat be beating his dick more than Johnny Depp's wife beats him.
Hell,
Fucking
that's the
poor
case. I
Johnny
guess he gave
Depp.
himself a homemade circumcision too.
Oh god.
Alright. We're crafting too many jokes. We're almost done, fellas. Like literally.
Oh man. There better
How
be
do I taste to
penetration.
you?
How do I taste to you? He asked. I looked up at him and licked my finger. He chuckled. I'd say you like it.
Wait, so this is
He pinned me down once again, reaching over me. Close your eyes a moment. Why? I asked, closing them anyway. Spoilers!
He replied in a playful tone. After a few moments, he said, "Alright, you can open your eyes now." I opened them, and he was positioned in front of my clit. First off, it shouldn't even take a few moments. It's like you're already on top of her. Just move down. Just like 1, 2, bam, I'm here. How long is she? 7 foot, and you're like 3 foot. Are you an Amazoness and you're a gnome from World of Warcraft or some shit?
a gnome from World of Warcraft.
Oh, that's terrific.
Hell yeah. Alright. He looked at me, lust in his eyes, but also asking me if I was ready for what was to come. I nodded to him, and he slowly inserted himself into me. Bittersweet pain washed over me. And after a moment, I adjusted to him. That was a pretty quick moment then. And he slowly started thrusting in and out of me. He intertwined his hands in mine, and trusted hard and harder. Slowly starting to rock the bed. We both started moaning together, each of us drowning in ecstasy. This is really... Like, listen, I'm a virgin, but even I know it's not like, oh yeah, like, that is like top tier. Your dick was made for that pussy, you're hitting her G-spot, everything's going well, you're kind of like a little tipsy, you got some alcohol in you, so kind of heightened. You got some heightened sense. You look at this girl and you're like, I fucking love her, I'm gonna get her pregnant, and your body's response is, fucking do it! And you're like, okay. Hair back, no bars held. Just, I'm ready for these repercussions, and you're just wailing on that.
That actually
Did that not sound like a Bill Burr?
it sounded
Listen, I
exactly
could
like
see
a
the
Bill
I
Burr
could see the bald fucker. I could see the bald fucker when I heard that, man. All right.
You know, now that I think about it, y'all didn't see me in person, but I was doing hand motions like Bill Burr does on stage, just with like a mic stand just ramming into it. So when y'all said that, I just stopped and looked at myself. I'm like, oh my god, will I be Bill Burr in the future? Fucking bitch! An angry ginger on top of my rooftop in the middle of something. We're almost done, fellas. Literally. It's ending in less than, like, about 2 paragraphs. Say my name, he said between thrusts. I couldn't remember. My mind was so blurred by pleasure I couldn't think of his name. I don't remember, I replied between gasps. He laughed slightly. I guess that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Cool. Like, oh, you know, it's not like I'm railing you right now, and I'm your superior. Like,
I'm literally your fucking boss, but fuck it.
Nick could be fucking, and he would still be able to be like, shit! Like, he would know my name. Breaking grilled cheese! It's Article 2.8! 2.8! Just throws them a grilled cheese between the crack in the door, and he shoves it in the girl's mouth. Perfect. Thanks, bud! That's how the night ends. That's when me and Nick realized We have a bit too fair of a bond. Ninja shuriken, a fucking grilled cheese, and he catches it midair. Alright. Almost done. He continued to ride me until neither of us could take it anymore. He came out of me and hovered over me, the both of us panting. Then kissed my forehead and played down beside me, pulling a blanket over us both. Part of me wanted to object, but I honestly couldn't hear that part of myself. Then
How do you know?
I slowly started to drift off to sleep out of exhaustion, and I soon fell asleep. I never regretted that night, nor did I ever regret any of the other nights I had with him. The end. That's it.
That's rap.
Like I said, it leaves you wanting kind of more, because they only have about 3 paragraphs of sex.
I'm definitely still flaccid. I didn't even get a chubby.
I had a quarter. No, I had an eighth of a chub.
The only reason why I started getting a little chub is because I was like getting impatient, so I was wiggling my legs. It was just like it was just getting blood flow there. So it was just like, are we ready? Oh, no, ew, no.
No, this won't do. This certainly won't do.
I'd rather look at fucking those still images, dialogue things they're making nowadays than the hentai world.
Oh yeah, them's are fucking popular.
I mean, like, honestly, they don't do anything for me. It's just like I read them before I get in the shower because some of them are fucking hilarious. Like, literally, some of them are just like.
Okay, we gotta find that supernatural fucking.
I don't want to. It's probably lost in the damned.
Shame managed to find it in 5 minutes.
And even then, like, there was more sexual tension in the fucking, in the fanfic we just read than that.
No, there was way more sexual tension in the fucking...
yeah, because it was literally all foreplay.
It was literally all foreplay, 100% foreplay. We didn't even get to have Dean get fucked. Like, what the, like, come on, man. Come on.
Captain.
What?
My friend gave me an idea now. Chris, he posted a Pokemon thing. Your job, go on fanfic, find me either Pokemon or Digimon fanfic. Let's go.
Oh god damn.
We're going fucking weird.
Lemon.
Of course.
Oh yeah, lemon. Hold on, let me fucking kill these Templars.
We're going weird. Get that right up.
We're going weird tonight. We're going all in.
I just got handsome ditto in my mind now.
Well,
If you don't know what that is, someone drew ditto with a glass of wine, a twirly French mustache, abs and hairs on his chest with spandex on. He's like, good evening.
Good evening.
It's like,
There are 98,000 Pokemon fanfictions.
I know.
Oh,
After
God.
I thought of Alpha and Omega, I was like, Pokemon. Oh my god.
That is horrid. That is horrible. Oh lord, I don't even know who half of these Pokemons are. Oh, they're all Pikachu. They're all Pikachu, Braxton, and fucking...
Wait, Braxton, really?
Yeah, that one's like a fucking...
And Haruka. Who the fuck is Haruka?
Supernatural fanfiction.
I think.
A story based after the events of Sun and Moon?
Haruka's May. That's her Japanese name. Owen?
This is tail rated M for lemons later on.
Oh god.
Romance?
I want you to. Huh?
Romance, genre. Let's do romance. Romance and,
No.
I guess that's
Oh,
it.
wait, Braxton. Oh, I thought she was a dragon type. Braxton, of course. People fucking love Braxton. And they also love Delphox. It's fucking disturbing. And it messes me up because that was my starter. I was like, hell yeah, Delphox, whoop their
After
ass.
Ash is betrayed by most of his friends in Pokemon, he manages to get one still loyal to him, his Snivy. The fuck?
Oh, Snivy.
Snivy?
Yeah, it's a snake grass Pokemon. Turns
Why
into
wouldn't it be
Surf.
fucking Pikachu? That nigga's always on his shoulder.
I don't know, maybe he
That little fucker is always there.
Maybe he fucking
Maybe
raped
he's just
someone.
like,
I don't know.
I want some of that, and he's like, no.
Oh my god,
But
this
no,
is...
no, Captain. Snivy's about the size of his head, so this is a small, pretty small creature.
Ash Harm?
Oh, that harem, like, he gets several levels.
I know what a harem is, but Ash Harem? What?
I guess it
Ash,
makes
the main
sense.
character, he has a harem based around him. So I guess
Yeah, there's a lot of these harem fictions.
it's Pokemon, gotta catch them all, even the hoes.
Hey.
Oh my, I have yet to find a lemon. You know what? Hold on. Pokemon Lemon Fire. Let's just Google that. Let's see what happens. Let's see what...
I'm still gonna look up some
I
supernatural
regret
fantasy.
everything.
Come on, Cap, it can't be that bad.
Little girls in big Pokemon.
Wait, what?
The life of Pokesexuals.
You know what? Just send that to me. Just send that to me. That name by itself intrigues.
What?
Cap, you were literally about to make me spill out damn near half a bottle of water all over my expensive equipment. I was about to spit it out of my fucking mouth. Like a chick who just got like a chick who just got a fucking cum shot right in her fucking mouth. You're in the middle of a blowjob. Just no fucking warning. First time ever taking
Why does
it.
this have 600? Wait. Please tell me I read that wrong.
The life of Pokesexuals.
300,000 words. He's updating this. Oh, never mind. Last time they updated this was June 9th. It has 145 chapters. Fuck. What?
Excuse me? Send that. Send it here. Wait, that means like each chapter has 3,000 words. God damn. Well, actually, I don't know how they count words on their website, whether they're talking about actual words or they talking about letters like Microsoft Word.
I would assume letters.
I would hope so.
Because this first chapter is not that long. It is not long at all. It is actually it's probably barely 1,000.
Well, this thing can definitely go into orbit.
I just realized this kid's like fucking 12 and he has like a teenager voice. Like he's speaking like I do, which is a main problem with anime. If you're gonna have age progression, please have a voice actor per age. Like voices change, As long as they have a similar accent, who gives a fuck? They'll get the chick in there. I mean, for God's sake, a female does Timmy Turner's voice. Ugh. Everyone went quiet.
Here, I'm currently trying to, well... Never mind.
I think Captain's internet shut out. Or is he talking?
Alright, I'm calling it.
What?
I'm calling it. I'm had enough.
You tired?
Yep.
But just 20 minutes ago you were like, I'm wide